Know that signature? Doesn't mean much, but I still love her. She was my first love. Hope she'll reconsider someday.
Pretty good movie.
Yep. Should have taken her up. Done what I was supposed to do with her. Oh, I should have claimed her as mine.
Big guy, I have a lot of food and I keep my baby's pantyhose from my neck. Good luck.
I got 4 grams of marijuana and some tranquilizers. Y'all know I'm a nervous guy.
I got a New Testament that my father gave me so I can stay in touch with my religion.
Hey, everybody got their rifles?
Yes,
Yes, Lieutenant.
Okay, good. I got the maps and compasses. Rat, do you have the morphine?
Yes, sir.
Who's ready to destroy the tunnel complex?
We are.
We are.
Ted! Hurry, we'll get a helicopter.
No, Ted was such a good man.
He sure was a good man, but he did abuse his tranquilizers.
We might as well smoke what left he has in his pack.
Life is real short. 1 minute, Ted Lavender was alive, and then he was dead.
I need to stop thinking about Martha. I need to take the blame for Ted Lavender's death and start to lead my men.
Jimmy! Long time no see!
It feels like forever.
It has! Come in! Stop the video. Have a seat. Here you go.
Thank you. Hey, remember Rat, Kylie, Kiwa, and Mitchell City?
I still have all those pictures. I'll go get them. What do you think?
Oh, wow. Bringing back some of the old memories. Oh, Lord. I don't think I'll ever forget myself at Ted Lavender's death.
I feel the same way, Jimmy. Would you like a little something stronger than coffee?
That'd be lovely.
Here you go.
Woo-wee! That was much needed. Remember when Henry Dobbins carried his girlfriend around his neck like a comforter?
Oh yeah, do you remember Kiowa's funky moccasins and his hunting hatchet?
Oh, too good. He loved those things.
He sure did, and Rat Kylie loved his comic books. So Martha,
You right, Tots. You got long memories. Remember this?
yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you would have burned that.
Well, I did, but after Ted Lavender died, Martha gave me a new one.
Oh really?
Yeah, we run into each other at college reunions.
Oh, thanks about his time with Martha.
I love you.
It's getting late.
I just want to get to the dormitory. Would you like to come in? Or talk about past times?
I think that'd be better.
Jimmy and Martha talk about past times.
Why do men do these things?
Those things.
Jimmy and Martha go to breakfast this next morning.
I'm sorry for the question I asked last night. It just came out. Couldn't help it.
What did you say?
Hey, don't burn this one.
I won't. I loved her.
It's alright, man. At least it's a nice day outside.
Yes, it is.
So, can I write a story about Joe?
Well, I guess so. Maybe she'll read it. Guess there's hope, right?
Yes, I guess there is.
It's nice seeing you, sir.
You too.
Hey, O'Brien.
Hmm?
Make sure you make me out to be a nice, brave, and handsome gentleman. A nice platoon leader.
I will
And
do
don't
that.
And don't mention anything about.
I won't.
The war wasn't all terror and violence. Sometimes things could get almost sweet. I remember Mitchell Sanders sitting quietly in the shade of an old banyan tree. He was using a thumbnail to pry off the body lice, working slowly, carefully depositing the lice in a blue USO envelope. His eyes were really tired. It had been a long 2 weeks in the bush. After an hour or so, he sealed up the envelope, wrote "free" in the upper right-hand corner, and addressed it to his draft board in Ohio. I remember Norman Boker and Henry Dobbins playing checkers every evening before dark. It was a ritual for them. They would dig a foxhole and get the board out and play long, silent games as the sky went from pink to purple. The rest of us would sometimes stop by to watch. There was something restful about it, something orderly and reassuring. There were red checkers and black checkers. The playing field was laid out in a strict grid, no tunnels or mountains or jungles. You knew where you stood. You knew the score. The pieces were out on the board, the enemy was visible, you could watch the tactics unfolding into larger strategies. There was a winner and a loser. There were rules. And like the time we enlisted an old papasan to guide us through the minefields out on the Patongan Peninsula, the old guy walked with a limp, slow and stooped over, but he knew where the safe spots were and where you had to be careful, and where even if you were careful you could end up like popcorn. He had a tightrope walker's feel for the land beneath him, its surface tension, the give and take of things. Each morning we'd form up in a long column, the old papasan out front, and for the whole day we'd troop along after him, tracing his footsteps, playing an exact and ruthless game of follow the leader. Rack Hiley made up a rhyme that caught on, and we'd all be chanting it together.
Step out of line, hit the mine, follow the theme, you're in the pink.
All around us, the place was littered with bouncing betties and toe poppers and booby-trapped artillery rounds. But in those 5 days on the Patongan Peninsula, nobody got hurt. We all learned to love the old man. It was a sad scene when the choppers came to take us away. Jimmy Cross gave the old papasan a hug. Mitchell Sanders and Lee Strunk loaded him up with boxes of sea rations. There were actually tears in the old guy's eyes.
Follow Dink, you go pink.
43 years old, and the war occurred half a lifetime ago, and yet the remembering makes it now. And sometimes remembering will lead to a story, which makes it forever. That's what stories are for.
Stories are for joining the past to the future. Stories are for late hours in the night when you can't remember how you got from where you were to where you are. Stories are for eternity when there's nothing to remember except the story.